This engine now has a new piston in it. I took the head off, took the sleeve out, and obviously the pull starter off and the back plate off, so I could take the piston out. I actually didn't take the engine out of the car. I just did everything with the engine in the car. Whatever. But now it has a new piston and it has compression. Not great, but there is compression. Like the old one was like, when I took the top off, it was like, there was nothing. Like there was no pinch at all. So I was curious, like how little compression can you actually have in these engines, and before they just basically won't run. And I think I found out because it would run with the other piston, but it was just very, very difficult to start, and it would not idle. And no matter what I did to the mixture, nothing happened. So before I changed the piston, I took the carb off and I cleaned the carb again. I didn't really find anything suspicious, but I found a leak in the fuel tank, like where this little gimmicky Kyosho primer pump is. There's an O-ring, like there's something going through the tank, so there's an opening there, so it's sealed with an O-ring or something, and that's probably old. So I was suspecting, like, okay, so it's the pressure from the exhaust that's supposed to push the fuel in the carb leaking out the fuel tank. So is this starving for fuel because of a leak in the tank? No, I took the tank off and took the and put pressure in on top and put my finger on the bottom, and just like the tank would really keep pressure. So very unlikely that it was the case. So I continued on, tried to start it, and the spring on the starter broke. I'm sorry for not filming this, but and then I changed the spring, and I have another one that's broken, so I will make a video on how to change the spring in this recoil starter. It was actually kind of easy, but so anyway, there was kind of a lot that happened. Either way, new spring in the pull starter, clean carb, new piston. That's a lot of blah blah. Let's see if this thing will fire. I've not mounted a radio receiver in yet, so we have to throttle it by hand. That shouldn't really matter. And I also ordered a fuel bottle, but the company that was supposed to send it to me sent me something completely different. So yeah, a little bit ghetto, but we'll get the job done for now. So we got a little bit of fuel in there, not a whole lot, but I guess enough to start it. So let's see if the primer works. Yeah, it definitely does. Sweet. Oh yeah. Could feel fuel going in there. So let's see. Let's take a glow igniter and try to start this thing. It's very cold down here. It's 11 degrees. That's why I'm wearing like a hat. It's cold. So this engine is very cold, and it's also full of after-run oil. So let's see what happens. Not a whole lot. Let's choke it a bit. Well, it's kind of disappointing. Let's give it some more fuel. Maybe I should check if the glow igniter actually glows. Have some spare glow plugs here. Oh yeah, seems to work. So let's just try a little more. It's a lot of oil in there. Should probably take the plug out and just flush it with fuel. It would start. I'm just gonna try not to. seems pretty lifeless actually. Little high idle. Huh, so is it running lean or rich? I don't know. Listen to that idle. Little on the low side. It's a little low. Nice. Wow, that idle's really low. Listen to that idle. It's sick. Oh. Wow, this thing is really ready. I really just need to put radio gear in this and test it. See how hard it is to start it. Now it's warm though, so. That is so cool. Listen to that idle. Like that is slow. Yes! Wow! I don't think I've ever had a car idle so nice. That's just crazy. That is just crazy. Wow. Whew. A lot of smoke in here though. Yeah. So I'm just gonna empty the fuel and run it so it runs out of fuel, and then put some afterrun oil in it, and then, oh my God, I need to open up here. Nice.